Was building on the lecture, verses coming daily under pressure. Working on the plot and the scheme, the true style trademark is at the edge of your dreams. I'm talking one shot for the kill, the breeze cut, freeze up, straight dropping the chills. I'm talking taking over pieces and shares, a ball break sky high, check the movement is here, yeah. It's one heart, one shot, now the future is yours, go! I'm turning dreams into reality. In the lab with the formula and chemistry. The memories spark and motivate and make the industry shake. We put the bars in the brakes. I'm talking one chance at best, yes. Painting pictures for the culture, keep the brushes fresh. Flip the cover, work the drummer, passion never rests. Freedom is a teacher under pressure, now we blessed. See, I was so close for the goal. There's one art, one shot, now the future is yours. Go! Yeah. It's one art, one shot, now the future is yours. Go!
Alrighty, good morning, folks. We will get started here shortly with low percent key heifers. Just to kind of introduce everybody, our judge today is Mrs. Shelley Collins. She lives near Frederick, Oklahoma. On her husband.
All I hear, go get the money, so I go get it. Hate means I do something right, so I'ma let him. Yeah, I'ma let him, yeah. I hit the nail on the head, yeah, I'ma let him. All I hear, go get the money, so I go get it. Hate means I do something right, so I'ma let him. Yeah, I'ma let him, yeah, I'ma let him. I hit the nail on the head, yeah, I'ma let him. Early bird, go get the worm in the dirt. I could show you what I'm worth, my hands in the dirt. From where they look when you not, a hand in your purse. Hell if you think I'm last, last should be first. Go ahead and go feast your eyes. Chefing up, cooking them pies, leaving no slice. Believe on a guy who in demand and who got supplies. You on the land, me I'm fly. Look at the miles, I be in skies. Right by my side, miss look at them thighs. Up in Dubai, you see us. Black man, black sand beaches. Yeah. Backhand if you slick speaking. Yeah. Cut off if that hand reaches. Right. Sucker, I ain't about child leeches. All I hear, go get the money, so I go get it.
Now entering the ring is our first class of low percent key heifers. These are both January of 2021.
Test. This first class of low-key heifers, two heifers that are completely different in their type and kind, and for different operations, you're going to prefer the different female out here. But for me, I'm going to go ahead and use the young man that's to win this class. This heifer, for me, I like her center dimension of rib. I like how she comes square at her pins, and she sets down square and more comfortably off her rear two than the heifer that comes in second. The heifer that comes in second, you like her length, you like how straight and strong she is down her top. But for me, I just like her to give her more flex out of that hock and rear pastern and help her reach as she gets around the ring. But two really nice heifers to start out this division. Let's give them a hand, please.
Congratulations to those low percent key winners. Out of class 1, first place goes to Jackson Bragg, and second place goes to Logan Branch. Now entering the ring is class 2. These heifers range in age from December of 2020 to September of 2020. Just a little heads up for those of you exhibiting throughout the day today. We will be taking picture breaks after each division. So once we finish up with these low percent key heifers, we'll take a picture with the Grand Reserve with the judge before we go into the maintainer heifers. So we will break after every breed division for a short picture break. Also, throughout the day, we would like to highlight some of our sponsors for this 2020 show. We would like to thank Kenco Miniature Herefords, Rimpel Show Cattle, H4 Show Cattle, NRS, Egg Inspection and Appraisal, Hawes Cattle Company, Foster Brothers Farms, Wes Hardy Foundation, Schrick Landing Cattle, Triple S Construction, Satry Show Cattle, Chick-fil-A The Brown Family, Hawk Show Cattle, Quality Implements, Carrillo Sipes Tibbles P. LLC, Boyce Brothers, Buck Cattle Company, Boyce Show Cattle, Jerry Harrell, McCollum Cattle Company, Joey and Brenda Fambro, Cromwell Cattle Company, Jackson Cattle Company, Cat's Barbecue, Swope Landing Cattle, Tony and Brandy Jeffs, J.S. Dozer MS Cattle Co., Kobe Pritchett, AJMAA, Gary and Sandra Seifert, Sullivan Show Supply, Lucas Construction, Sullivan Family, the Kukendall Cattle, PW Cattle, Knuckles Real Estate Services, K&A Cattle, Pitchford Cattle, Dee Dee and Jessica Wright, Main Street Title, Showtimes Magazine, Star Waste Reduction Equipment, BJM Sales and Service, H4 Livestock, Showcoat, Shag Secrets, Bear Creek Country Store, 212 Livestock Products, and Walker Farm. Thank you to those sponsors.
This is a really tough class of heifers from end to end. Every single one of these heifers has a lot of quality. So whether you're first or fourth in this class, you should be proud of your heifer. It just comes down to little differences that sort these individuals. For me, this heifer that wins this class, for me, she just puts it all together in a really nice package. She's long necked, she's good bodied, she's really sound, she's good on her feet and legs. It's just hard to pick a hole in that heifer. Just really like her from the side and on the move. This black heifer that comes second, you really like her body, you like her shape and dimension, but for me, I just like to see her handle that rear hock just a nickel better as compared to the heifer that wins this class, and it's that simple difference that puts her second today, but a really nice high quality female there in second. The young man's heifer that comes next in third, she too is a really nice fundamental heifer that's got a lot of good pieces to her. For me, she just gets a little overpowered and a little over wow factored by the other two heifers. She's a really nice heifer that'll do a lot of good things for that young man. She just doesn't have the extra extension of necks and the extra style of the two heifers that come ahead of her. And again, this young lady here, this heifer's got a lot of shape. She's got a lot of bone. She's just a really nice fundamental heifer as well. Just like to see her hold herself together a little bit better when she gets on the move to compete with those heifers that ahead of her today. But let's give them all around. Really nice set of heifers from end to end.
Congratulations to those exhibitors in Class 2. Placing first was Casey Shiflett. Second was Neely Davis. Third went to Braxton Cole. And fourth went to Madison Pruitt. Now entering the ring is Class 3 low percent key heifers. Just to update Those of you who are ringside, this is our grand drive for the low percent key heifers. Class 3 and 4 were both single entries. So winning class 3 was Breck Boyce, and winning class 4 was Casey Shiflett. So this is our grand champion drive for the low percent Canina heifers.
And this championship lineup here, really nice set from end to end. You've got to appreciate the quality that these kids are bringing out here. And I've got to be honest with you, I really like judging shows this time of year because they don't have all that extra hair and fat on them. To me, they're a little bit raw and more genuine, and I like to see animals in this stage. I know a lot of people call them stagey this time of the year, but for me, this is probably the most likely what they're going to look like as cows than any other time of the year. Again, the young man's heifer that wins this first class, she's just a really nice moderate framed heifer. She's big bodied, she's good legged, and she's got good feet and legs. Just appreciate a lot of nice things about that heifer. If you want to pick on her a little, you'd probably like to make her just a little bit more feminine about her head, but that's just characteristic of her sire's breeding program to some extent. The young lady that wins this second class here, just a really nice, long-bodied, angular, good, shapely female. She's got good feet and legs as well. Just maybe want to pull that tail head back just a nickel in her, but again, that's just a kind of characteristic of her sire as well. But really nice in her own right. The young man that brings this black heifer, the single entry in that third class, she's a really big-bodied heifer. You like how level she is down her top. You like how level she is from her forerib to her flank. Just really appreciate that center dimension of rib in that female. Maybe would like to see her have a little bit nicer angle to her shoulder, but other than that, just a really nice female there. And then the other single entry here in class 4, she's a long-bodied, big-bodied, stout-structured female. You love the feet and legs that she's got underneath her. Just a really broody kind of female that a lot of us would like to have about 100 of running out in the pasture. Good kind of cattle there. Really like her. For me, I just she kind of wants to break down just a nickel out here in the ring, and I don't know if it's the soft dirt or if that is her genuine structure. But again, a really nice female there. With that, I'm going to go ahead and use the young lady out of class 2 to win this.
Congratulations goes to your class 2 winner and your grand champion low percent key, Casey Shiflett. Pulling into contention will be Neely Davis.
it gets a lot closer for me for reserve out here. The young lady Stepford that was second in that really tough class of heifers, she definitely doesn't disappoint you when she gets out here. She's got a lot of style. She's got a lot of femininity. She's got a lot of rib. Just a really clean made heifer from end to end. Like I said in class, you'd like to see her flex off that hock just a little bit better. But that's the same problem for me that the heifer that wins this fourth class has. And she's a very robust female, and she's got a lot of stoutness and dimension about her. And I like a lot of things about that heifer as well. But I do appreciate more what's in the heifer that gets second in that second class. I just like the look that she gives you from the side, and she's going to be your reserve today.
Congratulations to your reserve grand champion low percent key heifer exhibited by Miss Neely Davis. We'll take a short picture break over at the backdrop, and then we will get started into the maintainer heifers.
Yeah, I'ma let 'em, yeah, I'ma let 'em. I hit the nail on the head, yeah. All I hear, go get the money, so I go get it. Hate means I do something right, so I'ma let 'em. Yeah, I'ma let 'em, yeah, I'ma let 'em. I hit the nail on the head, yeah, I'ma let 'em. Women with sharks in the tank, Aquaman with how I think. How many could step on the stage and say they taking their art to the bank? You pulling rank, boy, I'm sharp as a shank, making you step to the plank. The Capitan, come get me if you can. I'ma get you if you can. This ain't a prank. I have you waving the flag. Could say I'm all in my bag, getting my bags. Never see me getting bagged by the police sitting in the back. Only if it's with a drink. I tell these shorties relax. It's the return of the Mac. You the return of the slack. I let it burn with the facts. Opposites they do attract. I don't go mess with the ops. I just be calling the shots like I was holding the chop. Then I go hit up the block. Cop me a cheese and chop. Probably go get me some top. Release for aftershock. Then I return to the plot. Jacking the gold at the pot. Gotta get it while it's hot.
That's what the love of money does.
near the ring. So class 2 needs to be lined up. Class 3, this will be your second call, and class 4, this will be your first call.
In this first class of maintainer heifers here, this young lady's heifer that wins this class, to me, she just is the most complete package of the three. She's nice bodied. She's good in her center rib. She comes square out of her hip, and she handles her legs, her feet and legs well on all four ends. Just a really nice heifer that wins this class for me. The heifer that comes in second, she obviously is fighting the halter. This may be her first show, her first outing, and we all have to start somewhere. But I really like the center dimension of rib and the sweep that heifer has. She's got a really bold shape to her rib. For me, she just still needs, she's really green, which we can all see that. She just needs a little more time. She needs to soften up in that forerib a little and just relax on the halter and to place a little higher today. But a really nice heifer there. And two, the little heifer that gets third in this class, to me, she just wants to look a little slower growing, and she wants to get a little tighter off that rear hock, but she's a really nice bodied, really good looking, fancy little heifer that I think's got a bright future. Really nice set of heifers from end to end. Let's give them a hand, please.
Placings in Class 1 maintainer heifers. First place goes to Kylie Way. Second place goes to Cadence Tucker. And third place goes to Jenna Hoffman. Now entering the ring is Class 2 maintainer females. Also, if anyone would be interested in purchasing the photography contest photos, those will be available for sale in the office for $20.
Ainsley Sears, please come to the barn with your calf. Ainsley Sears, please come to the barn.
In this class here, the young man's heifer wins this class pretty handily for me. She's easily the highest performing, most attractive, soundest heifer in this class. She just excels from end to end for me. today. The young man that comes next, it gets a little closer between him and third. For me, it's just the extra shape of rib that she's got and the genuine condition that she's in that I appreciate. She's better up through her front end. She's more correct in the angle to her shoulder. I know she gets a little more restricted off of those rear two, but she still handles herself well while she gets around the ring. She's long-bodied, and to me, she's got a lot of future to her. This heifer that comes next, you like the shape of rib that she's got. For me, she just has a lot of problems after that. She wants to get a little compact up through her front end. She's a little frailer bone, and for me, she's a little over-conditioned. For me, I'd like to see her a little leaner and to bring her a little higher in this class. This heifer that rounds out the class, she's probably one of the sounder structured heifers in the class, but for me, she's got a lot of shape of rib and she's got a decent look to you from the side. I just like to balance her up from end to end to help her place a little higher in this class. Really nice set of females for these young people. Let's give them a round of applause, please.
Congratulations to Class 2 maintainer females. First place goes to Cash Long. Second place goes to Ryan Smith. Third place goes to Macy Weems. And fourth place goes to Colton Jordan. Now entering the ring is Class 3 maintainer females. These range in age from July and May. Attention in the barns, just a heads up, class 3 is in the ring, so class 4, you will need to be in the makeup area, and class 5, you also need to be making your way to the makeup area. Class 3 is in the ring.
There's a lot of differences in this class, and you got to come down to your personal preferences. For me, the young lady's heifer that we're going to use to win this class, what I appreciate most about her is she puts her structure and her condition together the best out of all these heifers. She's not the soundest. She gets up in her top just a nickel, but she fills her track. She's good bodied. She's good neck. She's good boned. It's just that's about the only hole that I can find in that one, and so that brings her to the top in this class. Just a really nice complete heifer, and this bald-faced heifer to win this class. The young lady's heifer that comes second, you really like the volume and dimension and shape that she's got, but for me, she's just got too much condition on her today. I'd like to lean her up through that front end and her chest and just take some of that bark off of her top, and I think that would help her move a little bit better too if she was a little leaner. But a really good-bodied, stout-made heifer that you really like from end to end, just like to clean her up in her condition. And this heifer here, she is good and genuine in her condition, and you like the soundness of structure that she's got, but for me, she just wants to get a little plainer from end to end. I'd like to smooth her up a little, make her a little neater in that navel, kind of lay her tail in a little better, but a really nice female, really sound structured, nice project for that young man. The young man's heifer that comes next, you like the shape and sweep of rib that she's got, and you like the dimension of bone that she has. I just like to loosen her up in her spine and help her get around the ring a little bit better for her to place higher in this class today. These next two that come out, you just like to change them from structurally. The black heifer, you'd like to free her up through her front end, help her stride out a little better as she gets around. You like that shape of rib and you like her volume, just like to see her sounder structured. The heifer that rounds out this class, she looks really nice when she's standing still. I'm not sure if she got hurt, but she's really favoring those back two today. But a really nice class of heifers. Let's give these young exhibitors a round of applause, please.
Congratulations on class 3 maintainer females. First place goes to Ruthie Wright. Second place is Cora Lindgren. Third place goes to Jacob Swatzel. Fourth place goes to Champ Davis. Fifth place goes to Robert Searles. And sixth place goes to Tracer Cruzel. Now coming into the ring is class 4 maintainer females. Ages are March, February, and January. Class 5 is on deck. Reminder, we will take a picture after the championship drive of these maintainer heifers. So high percent key heifers, there will be a short picture break, and then we will start with class 1 high keys.
Really nice trio of heifers in this class. They're all very high quality females. The heifer that I'm going to go ahead and use to win this class, I read her to be the most maternal of the three. I love her rib shape, and I especially love how deep and full she is in her flank, and how she's already got some nice teat development coming on. She's smooth and level down her top when she gets around the ring. She handles her feet and legs very well. To me, just a really nice, smooth-made female that's more maternal in her design than the heifer that comes in second. You really love the style and the look that this heifer has from end to end. For me, again, I just like to see her be a little more developed in that rear third. for the age that she is, and also I'd like to see her handle her top line just a nickel better when she gets around the ring, and mash down that tail head just a little and smooth it into her body just a little bit better. But a really good, high-quality female there in second as well. The heifer that comes in third, she just gets a little outpowered and outstyled in this class. She, too, is a really nice female. You love that center dimension of rib and the capacity that she's got. Just like to make her a little bit nicer balanced to compete with those two heifers ahead of her today. Really nice set of three heifers. Let's give these young ladies a round of applause, please.
Congratulations to our Class 4 maintainer females. First place went to Ainsley Sears, second place went to Kennedy Kaufman, and third place went to Carolyn Johnson. Now entering the ring is Class 5 maintainer females. These range in age from September of 19 to May of 19.
I'll tell you what, one of the hardest things we've ever done is show a cow-calf pair. It's not for the faint of heart, that's for sure. But this pair that wins this class does so pretty handily. This cow, she's still in really good shape after having a calf. Her body depth and shape looks amazing, and her udder is nice. She's got really nice teat shaping and placement, and you really appreciate her structure. Just a really nice cow pair to win this class. The young lady's Charlet influenced heifer that comes next here. She's really angular and feminine, and you like that about her. Just maybe want to see her be a little bit softer in her rib shape and a little bit more correct in the placement of her teats to win this class today. Really nice set of heifers, or young heifers here, young cow, to in this maintainer division. Let's give these young ladies a round of applause, please.
Now entering the ring will be the selection of the Grand and Reserve Grand Champion Maintainer female. These out in the ring right now is the first place. So we have Keely Way, Cash Long, Ruthie Wright, Ainsley Sears, and Lindley Searles. Just a reminder, after the selection of your Grand and Reserve maintainers, we'll take a short picture break. And following that picture break, we'll go right into the high percent key heifers. So high percent keys, class 1, 2, and 3. This will be your first call. High percent keys, class 1, 2, and 3. This will serve as your first call.
Really nice set of females from end to end in this maintainer division. The young ladies heifer that wins this first class, she's just a really stylish, attractive female that you love to look at. She flows around the ring pretty nicely. You just like the style that she's got. Maybe you want to give her a little bit more rib as she gets more developed in her maturity, but a really nice female to start that first class. The young man's heifer that comes out of the second class, she's got that extra dimension of rib from her forerib to her flank, and she's got some style that still goes with her as well. Maybe just want to help her handle that rear hawk just a little bit better, but a really nice female there and that wins that second class. This young lady's heifer that won the third class, you know, she did so just because she was the most complete in that class. She does want to duck under her hips, duck her pins just a little and get up in her top when she gets around the ring, but she's a really pretty heifer. She's got a ton of rib in her, and she's good enough on her feet and legs for me. Just a really fundamental kind of nice heifer there that wins that third class. This heifer that wins the fourth class, that was a really tough class of high quality females. This heifer won based on the maternal qualities that she exhibited to me in that lower flank, the teat shape and placement that she had, and the leanness and style that she has to go along. Just a really nice heifer there that wins that fourth class. The pair that wins the last class, you know, she's just a really stout, big-bodied, fundamentally complete female that's got a lot of good things about her. You maybe just want to change that tail head just a little bit, but at this stage of the game, that heifer's doing exactly what she's supposed to do as a cow. Really nice set lineup here of maintainer heifers, and I'm going to go out and pick your champion for you.
And your grand champion maintainer female is exhibited by Ainsley Sears. That heifer comes out of class 4. Pulling into contention will be Kennedy Kaufman.
The heifer that was second in that class, she definitely doesn't disappoint you when she gets out here in this championship lineup. She too is a very attractive female from end to end. She's got a good look to her. Just like I said in class, maybe want to loosen up her spine and tailhead, change that tailhead just a little bit. And as she gets out here, you maybe want to extend her just a little bit up through that front end, but a really good high quality female there that was second in that class. With that, I'm going to go ahead and use the young ladies cow-calf pair to be reserved.
And your reserve grand champion maintainer female goes to Miss Lindley Searles. We'll take a quick picture break at the backdrop with our champions, and then we will move into the high percent key heifers. So high key exhibitors, class 1 and 2, you need to be in the makeup area, and class 3 also needs to be heading this way. Reminder, these classes are 2 to 3 head. So they won't take very long. So high percent key heifers, class 1 and 2 and 3 need to be headed to the makeup area. Missed a spot, Doug. Now we are getting started with our high percent key heifers. Entering the ring is class 1. This is a June of 21 heifer. Also, if you are interested in any of these silent auction items, we will be closing that at 11:30, so go over there and bid early and often.
What a fancy little single entry heifer here to start this high key show. Claire and I, we just started breaking our calves, so you guys are way ahead of the game on getting this little thing broke to show. She is a super fancy heifer. You love her front end. You like her style and her strength down her top and her rib shape's coming on. She's good in her feet and legs. I really think this young heifer's got a bright future ahead of her. Nice single entry to start out this show. Congratulations.
Congratulations to our Class 1 exhibitor, Miss Maddie Jenkins. Now entering the ring will be Class 2. These heifers are a February and 2 Januaries. Just a reminder back in the barns that Class 2 is entering the ring, so Class 3 should be lined up ready to go in. Class 4 and 5, this will serve as your first calls. 4 and 5, first call.
Princess.
You're going to be first over here. You're going to be second. And you're going to be third, okay? Go ahead and slide over here. Really nice set of heifers here for this second class. The heifer that wins this class, she's super straight in her lines. You like how straight and strong she is down her top. She's really good from forerib to her flank. just a really stylish, really nice looking female. She does want to get just a little bit uncoordinated every once in a while on her hind legs, but when she does stride out, she meets her track. And I think just as time goes on and as she matures, that'll get better. But really nice, pretty female to win this class. The heifer that comes in second, she's definitely a stouter bone, bigger footed female that is a little bit more correct on that hind leg structure. But for me, she just wants to get a little more uneven in her top line. I'd like to change her in that tail head, and I'd also like to give her a little bit more fullness of rib there right behind her shoulder. She wants to get a little pinched in that fore rib, and that's another advantage that class winner has over your second place heifer. But a real long body, very sound structured, very pretty heifer. Just like to change her in a couple of areas. This young man's heifer that gets third, she's a really nice looking female. She's level down her top. She's got a good shape to her rib cage. For me, she just gets a little outperformed in this class. Needs to be a little bit bigger to compete with those other heifers, but a really nice heifer for this young man. Congratulations.
Congratulations to those exhibitors in Class 2. First place went to Corey McCurley, second place went to Kylie Way, and third place went to Hayden Erickson. Now entering the ring is Class 3 high percent key females. So Class 4 and 5 need to be in the makeup area. Remember, some of these classes are smaller in size, so they won't take a whole lot of time. So Class 6, this will be your first call.
second heifer that wins this class. She's a really nice, complete female. She's nice looking from end to end. She's sound structured. I would like to belly her down just a little from forerib to flank, but I think as time goes on, that'll probably, with her maturity, will get better. But she's a sound structured, nice made female. She looks good from the side and just has enough good stuff about her to win this class. The heifer that comes in second, you like that extra rib depth and moderation. You like her extra bone, but for me, she really needs to be freed up in her hook structure, or her hip and hind leg structure, for her to get around the ring a little bit better today. But a really nice female there in second. The heifer that rounds out this class, you like her rib shape, you like her moderation, but for me, she just needs to be a little bit looser in her structure off of both ends to place any higher in this class today. Nice set of heifers for these young people.
Congratulations to Class 3 high percent key heifers. First place goes to Braxton Cole, second place Ainsley Sears, and third place to Tristan Mung. Now entering the ring is Class 4. Those of you back in the barn, Class 5 should be lined up in the makeup area. Class 6, this is your second call, and Class 7 and 8, this is your first call.
These two heifers are very different in their type and kind, and you appreciate a lot of things about each one of them, and for completely different reasons. But I'm going to go ahead and start with the young lady's heifer. I just really appreciate the rib depth that she's got from her forerib to her flank, the capacity she's got, and how she comes strong out of her pins and sets down on a good set of feet and legs. She could handle her back legs just a nickel better, but she meets her track most of the time, and it's her advantages and balance and style style and capacity for me that she excels this class. The young man's heifer on the other end, you really like her length, you like her shape of rib, you love her bone and her soundness of structure. She's a big-footed female that makes her track as she gets around the ring, and those are the things that you really appreciate about that heifer. I'd like to clean her up in her navel and just give her a little bit more shape of rib as compared to the female that comes ahead of her. Just wants to get a little flatter made, but a really nice female in her own right. Let's give these two young exhibitors a round of applause, please.
Congratulations to class 4. Taking first in that class was Macy Weems, and second was Michael Hoysa. Now entering the ring is class 5. So those of you back in the barns, class 6, you'll need to be lining up in the makeup ring. Class 7 and 8, this is your second call. Class 5 is entering the ring. Just a reminder, the silent auction will be closing at 11:30. Lots of good items over there, so if you would like to go take a look and place your bids, we will be pulling those sheets at 11:30.
this is one of those classes that there's something for everyone, and everybody has different preferences and different directions that their breeding programs are going in. And for each of you, I think you could find what you're looking for out here. But for me, the young man that's going to win this class, this is the kind of cattle that we like. We like them moderate. We like them big bodied, big bone, big footed. She's just the kind of cattle that we prefer. I like her extra shape and dimension. She's just very nicely put together, just a nice heifer to win this class for us. The young lady that comes in second, this heifer too, you like her moderation, you like her shape and her dimension, you like all that about her. Just like to lean her up a little bit. She's carrying a little extra condition for me today, but a really nice heifer there in second. The young lady's heifer, some of you might latch on to this heifer for her length and her femininity and her soundness of structure, but for me, she's just a little bit too big in her kind for me. She's a little bit too fine in her bone work for me, but for some of you, she could just be the one that you love, but for me, she's just not my kind, so she's third today. The young lady's heifer that rounds out this class, you like her shape of rib, you like her bone in her foot, but for me, she wants to get too hollow in that flank for this stage of the game, and I'd like to see her just a little bit more maternal looking, more feminine in her overall appearance to place any higher in this class today. Really nice set of females, very interesting in their different characteristics. Let's give them all a round of applause, please.
Congratulations to Class 5. Placing first was Jacob Medina. Second went to Kara Lindgren. Third went to Kyle Brown. And fourth went to Riley Bivens. Now entering the ring is Class 3. Class 7 and 8, high percent Canina females. You need to be in the makeup area. You are up here in a little bit. Also, just a reminder, after the conclusion of the High Percent Key Show, we will be taking pictures with the judge, and then we will go directly into our High Percent Maine heifers. So now entering the ring is class number 6, High Percent Canina females.
really interesting class of heifers here from end to end. Again, a lot of quality and a lot of differences. The heifer that we're going to start with here, she's not completely handling her structure 100%. She's favoring just a little bit, but once you look past that, to me, she wins this class. She's excels from end to end in her style and her performance and her balance. I'm not sure if she got hurt or if that's just the way God made her, but her structure is not 100%, but she does look exceptional from there on out. Just a really nice heifer to win this class. The heifer that comes in second, she's got more shape of rib. She comes a little stouter out of her pins, but she gets a little plainer in her appearance. She gets a little plainer about her neck and chest and a little plainer in their hip structure there. Just a nice robust female that's got a lot of broodiness to her, just kind of gives up the extra style and angularity of the heifer that wins this class. It got a little closer between 3 and 4 for us. This young lady's heifer for us, you just appreciate the extra rib shape, particularly there in her rear flank. She's more maternal in her teat set and her rear flank development, and I appreciate that about her at this stage of the game. If she gets a little thicker about her navel, a little thicker about her tail head, maybe doesn't have the best set to that hawk, but a really good ribbed maternal female that's got a lot of good things about her for this young lady. The young man's heifer that comes in next, she just wants to get a little deeper in her chest, a little higher in that flank, and it just kind of throws off her balance. She wants to duck her pins a little when she gets on the move, but man, when she's standing there and he gets her set, you really like the look that she gives you. You like the way that she comes out at the top of her shoulder, and you like that rib shape. But for me, again, I just like to see her more maternal in that back third to compete with those heifers ahead of her. This heifer that rounds out the class, she's got a lot of shape, she's got a lot of volume, she's good in her bone work, just gets a little outperformed and a little outpizzazzed by these heifers ahead of her. Really good heifer for that young man, just needs a little bit more style to compete. Let's give these exhibitors a round of applause, please.
Placings in your Class 6 high percent key heifers. Placing first was Maddie Smith. Second went to Macy Weems. Third went to Cora Lindgren. Fourth, Caden Alexander. And fifth went to Jaron Wright. Now entering the ring is Class 7 high percent key females.
This young man that starts out this class, for me, this heifer just puts the most good things together of all the heifers in this class. She's complete from end to end. She's good in her body shape. She's good in her foot and bone work. She's not overly conditioned. She's adequate in the placement of her teats. Just kind of, for me, again, is just the overall complete heifer that puts the most good things together in this class. And she wins this class for me pretty easily. The heifer that comes in next, she's the big, robust, stout, beefy, broody cow. You can just say a lot of things about her, but with all that extra stuff, she's got a little extra chest, she's got a little extra navel, and I would love to see her udder just be a little bit neater and more refined for her to win this class. But a really good, robust female that's probably got a bright future as a cow for this young lady. The little red heifer that comes next, she kind of is a little problem child for me. She's nice, balanced, she's sound, but she wants to get a little plainer about her head and neck. She wants to get a plainer in that hip structure and just doesn't have quite the udder development of the heifers ahead of her, but a really nice female in her own right. The young lady's black heifer that comes next, she's long, she's feminine, she just wants to get a little really high out of that tail head. I'd like to square her up from hooks to pins, set her back into herself just a little bit better, make her nicer balanced, and a little more, have more shape and prominence about her rib shape to place higher in this class today. But for some of you, that angularity and that femininity is what you're looking for. I just like to see her more level down her top. The young lady's heifer, it's amazing to me how well these two work together. That heifer is about as chill as they come, and you appreciate that about her docility. She's got some shape of rib. You really like that about her. You like her bone work and her footwork, but for me, she's just really plain in her overall appearance and lacks the extra style to place any higher in this class today. But a really nice set of heifers from end to end, a lot of differences. I just really like that Charolais heifer that wins. Let's give those kids a hand, please.
Congratulations to those exhibitors. Class 7 placings are first place went to Caden Alexander. Second place went to Emily Hollowan. Third place went to Daisy Bartley. Fourth place, Avery McInvale. And fifth place, Brianna Ryburn. Now entering the ring will be class number 8, and this will be a single entry.
What a great pair to round out this breed division. Sorry. This cow, she is super pretty. You love how she comes out of her neck. You love the angle to her shoulder. You love that rib shape that she comes down in. She's really straight in her line, super sound on her feet and legs. And to top it all off, she's got a really nice, pretty udder about her. You love that teat placement and size. Really beautiful, elegant cow. And again, this is the calf that came out of that first class that we liked. That was really stylish and sound. Really nice pair for this single entry. Let's give her a hand.
Congratulations to Maddie Jenkins placing first out of Class 8. Now we will be bringing in all of the first place class winners for our Grand Champion Drive for the high percent canine of females. Note, after we pick the Grand and Reserve, we will take a brief picture break with the judge and go into the high percent Maine heifers. So this will serve as the first call for Class 1 and Class 2 high percent Maine heifers. Attention exhibitors, just a reminder that we still have some silent auction items that are available to bid on, and also there is a raffle for the Sullivan Beast blower. Those tickets can be purchased up here or in the show office. So just a reminder, if you would like to purchase tickets for the Sullivan's Beast blower, they are $20 for one or 6 for 100. So just a reminder, check out that silent auction. And then also there are still raffle tickets available for the Sullivan's Beast blower.
Really nice lineup of heifers out here. These kids should definitely be proud of their hard work, and the breeders should definitely be proud of the what they've got out here. Very nice at cattle. They're functional. They're sound. They're going to be productive. They're going to do some good for the breed in various capacities. The young lady's heifer that's actually out of the second class, I'll talk about the calf and the pair. But, you know, just a really nice, long-bodied, elegant female. You like her look. Maybe you want to see her a little deeper bodied and a little wider made from underneath, but a really pretty, elegant female. The young man's heifer that comes out of that third class, she's got a little more shape of rib. Kind of want to square up a little out of her pins and set her down a little better off that hind leg, but just a really nice female that's got a lot of shape and look to her. The young lady that comes next, you love the forerib and the flank and how level she is underneath. I appreciate that about her. She too maybe needs to be just a little bit better out of her hip and hind leg, but she gets around good and she's just a really nice looking female. The young man's heifer that comes next, you like the bone work that she's got. You like the foot that she's got. She's got a lot of center dimension of rib. She too just needs to be opened up a little bit underneath when you look at her from behind. The young lady's heifer that's making a turn here, you love the shape and dimension of rib that this heifer's got. She's good in her bone work. She's good in her feet. Is she the stoutest made? No, but she's definitely got enough to her. Maybe the only thing I would pick on that heifer about is I'd like to just give her a little bit more leaner look about her neck, but she's definitely good in the angle to her shoulder. She's pretty about her head, very feminine, got a lot of rib, just a really nice female there for that young lady. The young man's heifer with the Charolais, more influenced female, she's stout, she's got a lot of body, she's sound. You love all those things about her. She too maybe wants to get a little plainer about her chest, and I'd like to change the way that her teats are put into her, but a really good, nice made female there. The young lady's heifer that's got the pair here and the calf won that first class. Really nice pair. And then this to me is one of those deals where the proof's in the pudding. You love the cow. You love her femininity. You love her angularity. You love the way that she looks, and you love what she's doing with this calf. And it's really hard for me to not use this pair to win this division. So congratulations.
Congratulations, your grand champion high percent Chianina female goes to Maddie Jenkins. Maddie was a single entry. And your reserve grand champion, high percent Chianina female, goes to Maddie Smith. We'll be taking a quick picture break with the judge, and then we will go into the high percent Maine-Anjou females.
was an ordinary day. Then she walked in and looked my way. With just a glance, yeah, I was sold. My head in disarray. How are ya? How's your night been gone? I said, I'm not that type of guy, you know. But why don't we talk? Yeah, let me buy you a drink. And then she kissed my face, yeah. I'm falling. I was all in. Now I'm running to survive. You got me in overdrive. I'm running, yeah, you've done it. I'm running so fast, you love it. I hope this day it never ends now. The pretty face has got me in overdrive. After she had me in her grips, then she let go and tossed me in. Just like a shirt into the wash. We'll never know what could have been. I want another chance to prove that I could be the one for you. How could you make me feel so good and then do those evil things you do now? I'm falling. I was all in. Now I'm running to survive. You got me in overdrive. I'm running, yeah, you've done it. I'm running so fast, you love it. I hope this day it never ends now. Your pretty face has got me in overdrive.
We are ready to get the high percent Maine-Anjou started. Now entering the ring here directly will be class number 1. These heifers are all March of 2021.
these two heifers are really nice in their own right. I'm just going to go ahead and use the young lady that came in first to win this class. I appreciate the angle to this heifer's shoulder a little bit better and the way that she ties into the point of her shoulder. I like the shape of rib that she's got and how she comes square out of that hip. She does want to get a little bit tied off of her rear pasterns, but I think as time goes on, as she gets more broke, that's probably going to get better as she comes around the ring. But it's just a really elegant, nice female to start this class. The young lady's heifer that's going to come second, I like the shape of rib that she's got, and I like the dimension. But for me, she wants to get a little bold and open in that shoulder and a little restricted off her hind legs. And at this stage of the game, that concerns me from a structural standpoint. But she, too, does have a bright future. She's long-necked, long-bodied, good-ribbed, just a really nice heifer for this young lady. Let's give these two young ladies a round of applause, please.
Congratulations to those exhibitors out of Class 1 High Percent Maine Heifers. First place went to Ainsley Sears, and second place went to Hadley Perelski. Next up is Class 2. These heifers are Februaries of 21. Just a reminder to those in the back of the barn, Class 2 is entering the ring. Class 3 is on deck. So Class 4, this will be your first call. Class 4 and 5. Also, they have asked me to announce that they will be selling the photos from the photo contest. $20 gets you your pick.
A really nice set of young heifers here for this second class. The young man's heifer that I'm going to use to start, she's just the nice complete heifer today. She's putting it all together today. I think as time goes on, you probably will switch these top two, but today she's the better looking heifer of the pair. She's got a lot of shape of rib. She's got some bone and foot, and she handles herself really nicely. You like the performance that she's got at this stage of the game. Just a really nice complete heifer to win this class. The young lady's heifer that comes second, she's definitely the more stylish, fancy heifer. She's got a longer neck. She's got more shape and boldness of rib. But she's still pretty green. You can tell they're still trying to get her broke. She's wanting to get up in her top and not just kind of handle herself really well today. But again, I think as time goes on, you might switch this pair. But today the young man's heifer wins this class. The young lady's heifer, you like her length and extension. You like her bone work in her feet. I just like to see her be a little bit deeper bodied as compared to the two ahead of her. And I'm sure with maturity that will come. But today she just needs a little more rib to place higher in this class. Nice trio of heifers.
Congratulations goes to first place in class 2 is Kyle Stedham. Second place went to Sarah Rimpel, and third place went to Jenna Hoffman. Now entering the ring, this is class 3 high percent Maine-Anjou heifers. Class 4 is on deck, class 5 second call, and class 6 first call.
These top three heifers, there's a lot of differences between them, and they're all good in many different ways. So again, it just comes down to what you prefer. The young man's heifer, I don't love the way that she handles her front end. I'm going to start off by saying that. But from there back, I really like her. She puts herself together well. She handles her top well. Her structure's good enough, even though I just don't love the way her shoulder placement is. But when she stands there, she's definitely really good looking, and she does get around the ring well. Just a really nice heifer in her own right. Nice place to start with this class. The young lady's heifer that comes next, she really caught my eye when she comes in. She's a pretty heifer that's got a lot of shape and dimension to her. She too doesn't really want to handle that hip and hind leg 100%. I'd like to see her handle herself a little bit better as well, but you do love the shape of rib that she's got and the dimension that she has. Really nice looking heifer. This heifer here that comes in third, she's the problem child of the class. She's not wanting to act right, and I think as time goes on, she's definitely probably going to inch her way up in this type of class. She's got a lot of really good pieces. She's really big boned and footed. You like the shape that she's got. You like the muscle that she's got. Today she just wants to get a little plainer, and she's definitely harder to read because she's fighting the halter, wants to get a little hollower back in that 1/3. But I think with time and maturity, and as she comes on in the show barn, that I think she probably will inch her way up. But today she just wants to look a little harder than the other two ahead of her. The heifer that rounds out the class, she's a really feminine, pretty female. You like her length and you like her shape. I just like to see her hold her top together just a little bit better and be a little bit nicer balanced. But a really nice set of heifers, and definitely an interesting class to evaluate for these young ladies.
Congratulations to our Class 3 high percent heifers. Placing first was Dylan Medina. Second was Melody Perelski. Third was Paisley Gass. And fourth was Jenna Hoffman. Now, coming into the ring will be Class 4, high percent Maine-Anjou females. Class 5 needs to be lined up in the makeup area. Class 6, this is your second call. Class 7 and 8, this is your first call.
this heifer that wins this class. I feel like she does so pretty handily. She's really nice looking when you look at her from the side. You love the way she ties her top in together. You like the shape of rib that she's got. You just like the way she handles herself from end to end. Just a really nice female to start this class. The one that comes in next, you too, you like the length and you like the shape of rib. For me, I just like to see her handle her hind legs just a little bit better as she gets around, handle her top just a nickel better. You do love how up-headed she is, and you like the look that she gives you from time to time. Just like to see her handle those back feet just a nickel better for me to place higher in this class today. The young lady's heifer that comes in next, you really love the femininity and the angularity that she's got. She's got pretty good bone work. For me, she wants to get a little flatter in that forerib, and I'd like to see her wider as you view her from underneath. She just wants to get it pretty narrow based when compared to these two heifers. Just like to give her a little more shape when compared to the heifers ahead of her, but a really pretty feminine female there in third. The young man's heifer that comes in next, I'd like to clean her up in her chest and her neck, make her look a little prettier about her head and neck, but she's got a really good shape to her rib cage. She's got a good look down her top. Just like to make her look more feminine there up front to place higher with these other heifers in this class. And the young ladies heifer that rounds out this class, again, you like the shape of rib that she's got, you like her length of body, just maybe like to give her a little bit more nicer balanced look as you compare it to these heifers higher up in this class. Really nice set of heifers for these young people.
Congratulations to those exhibitors. Placing first is Neely Davis, second, Sarah Rimpel, third, Paisley Gass, fourth, Briley Tucker, and fifth, Embry Dillard. Congratulations. Now entering the ring is class number 5, high percent females. We have a May and 3 Aprils.
the young lady that starts this class. I really like this heifer. She puts a lot of nice pieces together in a lot of different areas, and that's where she excels the rest of this class. She's sound, she's good bodied, she's got some top to her. I like to make her a little bit prettier about her head, but for a high mane, she's doing really good with that look. Just like the way she ties into her shoulder, better than the heifer that comes in second. You like the shape and dimension. You like her bone in her foot. Just a really good looking heifer to start this class. The heifer that comes in second, you like that extra moderation and center dimension of rib that she possesses. But for me, she just wants to push a little bit too much there in the angle to her shoulder. Doesn't want to just stride out of that front end. If we could correct that about her, I think she'd be a really good one. But with that, she's second in this class. The young ladies the heifer that comes in third, she's got a lot of really good pieces about her. She's long, she's pretty, she's good boned, she's good footed. She just wants to give a little bit more or shallower in her body depth. I'd like to see her be more deeper and more uniform from her forerib to her flank. If we could do that, she could probably place a little higher in this class. She is a really pretty heifer that's very sound. Just like to see her be a little bit fuller in her belly. The heifer that comes last, you really like that shape and dimension of rib that she's got, but for me, she just doesn't handle her structure very well on either end. She wants to be a little bit bold and open about that shoulder and a little rounder about her hip, but a good heifer. She's big bodied, she's broody, she's got a lot of good pieces to her. Really nice set of heifers for those people.
Congratulations to our Class 5 high percent Maine-Anjou females placing first. Was Sarah Rimpel. Second was Maddie Jenkins. Third was Kirsten Hesselmeyer. And fourth was Sarah Rimpel. Also, this is the last call for raffle tickets on the Sullivan's Beast Blower. They're going to sell them for 5 more minutes. You can get 1 ticket for $20 or 6 for $100. So last call for the raffle for the Sullivan's Beast Blower. You can come up and purchase your tickets from Darcy or Aaron. Now entering the ring is Class 6 high percent Maine-Anjou females. These heifers are all Marches of 2020.
I really like this heifer that wins this class. She's really nice from end to end. You love the angle to her shoulder. You like how she holds her top together. I like how feminine she is about her head and neck. That's probably her biggest advantage, is just how pretty she looks there from her silhouette. You like the center dimension of rib, her feet and legs. She's just a really good made heifer from end to end. The heifer that comes in next, she's got a lot more substance down her top. You appreciate that about her. She's got a lot of shape and muscle, which is definitely attributed to the high Maine breed. I would just like to change her in her hip structure just a nickel, like to square up just a little bit, but that's being really picky of a really nice heifer. Those are two really high quality heifers that win this class. The young man's heifer that comes into third, this heifer handles herself better of the final trio. She handles her top better. She's good in her body shape. I'd like to see her be a little bit heavier in her structure, a little bit more refined in her condition to place any higher in this class, but a really nice heifer for that young man. The young lady's heifer that comes in next, when she's standing, you really like her angles. You like how straight she is in her lines, but when she sets her in motion, she wants to get up in her top and not really handle her hind two very well, but a really big-bodied, nice made heifer for that young lady. The young lady's heifer that rounds out this class, you really like the shape and dimension of rib that she's got. She just needs to be a little bit more nicer balanced and a little bit heavier structured to compete with the heifers ahead of her today. Really nice set of heifers for these young people.
Congratulations to the exhibitors from Class 6. First place went to Barrett Howe. Second place went to Kennedy Kaufman. Third place went to Jaron Wright. Fourth place went to Sarah Rimpel. And fifth place went to Lindley Searles. Next up is Class 7. These heifers are February of 2020 through January of 2020. Can I have your attention? We are going to pull out the winner of the Sullivan Beast Blower here directly. Okay. And the winner is Shannon McCurley of Hampshire. Shannon McCurley is the winner. Woo! Her email. If anyone knows the McCurleys, I know we've announced a name or two today. So they are the winner of a prized beast blower.
Nice heifer that starts out this class. Like the last class winner, she's real complete from end to end. She's good in her structure. She's good in her body. Just not real hard to pick a hole in her. You love how elegant she moves around the ring and how she handles her body shape. She's just a really nice brood cow. I love her foot and her bone. Those are just a lot of things that I like about that cow. A really nice place to start there. The young lady's heifer that comes in second, she's a really sound structured, big-footed heifer as well. For me, she wants to be a nickel bigger in her kind than I typically like, but from her structure standpoint and her body, it's just really hard to put her any lower because she's just a really nice looking female. Got a lot of really nice things about her. The only thing I'd like to do is just tone her down a little bit. A really good cow you've got there, young lady. The young man's heifer that comes out next, she is the moderate female of the class, but for me, she wants to get a little open in that shoulder and kind of paddle off those back too. But other than that, she's really good bodied. You like her shape and you like the hair coat that she's got on her. You can tell that this young man and his family have worked really hard on her for her to have that kind of hair coat this time of the year. That's commendable. The young lady's heifer that comes in next, she's really elegant and refined and pretty, and those are things that you definitely love about that heifer. But for me, she just gets outperformed in this class today. And the young man's heifer that rounds out the class, she just wants to get a little bit plainer in her appearance and a little bit more awkward in her structure, but you like the shape of rib that she's got and you like the hip structure that she has. Really nice set of heifers for these young people.
Congratulations to those exhibitors in Class 7. First place went to Kennedy Kaufman. Second place was Riley Bivens. Third place was Cy Erickson. Fourth place was Kirsten Hesselmeyer. And fifth place was Tracer Krazel. Next up is Class 8, and this is also the final class of the day. These heifers range in age from November of 19, October, and September of 19.
as this young lady brings her heifer around here, I just appreciate the maternal look that she gives you in this class. She's already got some udder development coming on, and you like the placement of her teats, and those are good things to have. You know, we're in the business of raising cows that are going to be good mamas, and I think of this four, she's probably got the potential to be one of the better ones. You love that center dimension of rib. You love how sleek and clean and uniform she is. Just a really nice place to start with this class of females. The heifer that comes in next, you know, she's the stout, robust, big-bodied female. You know, I would just like to make her more feminine in her features. She just needs to be a little bit more feminine about her head and her hip structure for me. And she wants to kind of paddle a little bit off of both ends, but definitely a steer-making mama in the making right there. I mean, she's stout and powerful, and those are things that you definitely appreciate about her. The young man's heifer that comes next, you appreciate the extra femininity and angularity that she's got over the heifer in 4. She's got a strong level top and a good shape to her rib. Just maybe wants to get a little bit poorer balanced when you compare the two ahead of her. And the young man's heifer that runs out the class, you know, she's got a lot of shape of rib to her, and she's pretty decent in her structure. Again, just maybe want to make her a little bit prettier about her head and neck and give her a little bit more balance to place higher with these heifers ahead of her. Really nice set of heifers.
Congratulations to our Class 8 high percent Maine heifers. Winning that class was Kaylee Eaton. Second was Kinley Smith. Third was Ryan Smith. And fourth was Colton Jordan. Now entering the ring will be the first place exhibitors from our classes today in contention for the grand champion Maine-Anjou female.
Definitely an impressive lineup here in this high Maine division of this show. I'm really impressed with the quality that you guys brought today. It was really fun to sort through these cattle. I know I didn't make everybody happy, but I can honestly tell you that I picked what I liked and I picked what I would want to take home, and I can't take any of that back. I mean, everybody wants to, you can get upset if you don't win, or you could get upset if you don't place quite the way you want to, but I can honestly tell you that I place them the way that I like them. That's what Dave Duello always told me to do. Pick them the way you like them, so that way you can go home with no regrets. I'm not going to talk about each and every one of these heifers. We talked about them pretty well in class. They're all good cattle. Don't be disappointed if you don't win. Some of these younger cattle just need more time. They're still pretty green, but in their day, they're going to have their time. It's hard for me to beat a good bred heifer. I know how hard it is to get them to this point, and I know the time and effort it takes to keep them pulled together. There's 3 heifers out here that I really like. I'm only going to pick 2, but I really appreciate Tammy asking me to come and judge this show. I've had a lot of fun. It's good to come down here to Texas where liberty reigns, I guess. You guys know how to live down here, and you don't worry about political strife as much as a lot of other people do. I think we're lucky to live in Oklahoma and Texas, that's for sure. With that, I'm going to go out there and pick your champion, and then we'll bring in the reserve and re-rack them there for reserve overall.
And your grand champion comes out of class number 7. That is Miss Kennedy Kaufman. Congratulations. She will be your grand champion, high percent Maine-Anjou female. Pulling into contention is Riley Bivens. Congratulations to Barrett Howe. That is your reserve grand champion, high percent female. Let's give all these exhibitors a round of applause.